Hello and welcome everyone to Wildin Out. I'm your host, Marty B, and joining me tonight, I have Hyperin and Rumble Tusk Shakers. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring them in real quick, second, and we will introduce them. All right, hello Hyperin, how are you tonight?
I'm doing very well. Excited to interview these folks.
Glad to hear. Yeah, we have four of the members of the Rumble Tusk Shakers here tonight. Let's go to the captain first. Seth, how are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm very excited, and I'm glad that my teammates here.
Really glad to have you. Let's move on to Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye, how are you doing? Thanks for being here.
Quite well, quite well. I'm excited that I managed to win without playing a single playoff game.
Very impressive. Gotta love it. Hopper, thanks for coming. How are you doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
Glad to hear.
Yeah.
And Rice Bowl, I know you almost didn't make it, so really glad to have you on. How are you holding up?
I'm doing good. I'm happy that I played my playoff game, so Tiger I didn't have to.
I'm sure you all are happy about that. Congratulations once again. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the last week of decks. So there was only one match, which means we had only 40 decks total, I think. If I'm doing math right. No Demon Hunters, only 6 Druids, 4 Beast Druids, a lot of Beast Druid last week. 4 Hunters, 3 of them being Quest Hunter, 7 Priests, the majority of them being Inner Fire Priest, 1 Big Priest, the Copium Priest, as I'm sure the Shakers will call it, 2 Quest Rogues, 9 Free Shamans, 10 Warlocks, most of them being Even Lock, and 2 Warriors, 1 Pirate Warrior and 1 other Warrior, which I'm sure you guys will want to talk about later. So let's keep this moving really quick and go straight to matchups. But while I set that up, do you guys have any comments on the expected stuff that you guys saw the week or during the finals week? Sorry.
Well, we kind of like to go for target strategies, so we tried to pick out decks we thought you guys would think were maybe too good to not bring, and that's kind of where Copium, Priest, and Warlock and Warrior were born. But for the rest of us, we played it a little safer and didn't
I
go
don't
quite as
know.
hard.
I think I was going a bit for the overthink strategy because my thought, I don't know if I should be leaking my thought process, but my thought process was I bring Inner Fire and like Beast Druid every week. So Corb is going to want to target my Inner Fire because he knows that I like to play that deck a lot. So I'm not going to bring Inner Fire and I'm going to target the decks that beat Inner Fire. Didn't really work out, but it's what I was going for at the very least.
Well, we can now take a more in-depth look here. We have on the screen the match, 12-4, you guys. Tiger Eye with, like you said, no Inner Fire Priest. 4 decks that kind of target the Inner Fire as well. You had, remind me, Quest Rogue, right?
Yeah, I brought Quest Rogue. I brought Quest Hunter. Or I brought Shaman with anti-shaman tech, and my 4th deck was, oh god, I forgot it.
It's all good. But yeah,
What deck was Painlock?
Pain
Yeah,
Warlock.
it was Painlock with the Showstopper. Yeah.
That's it. Yes. So, who knows if it would have worked out? You never even played the game in the first place. So that same could be said for you. No matches played at all between you and Meowth. So you must be pretty happy.
Um, yeah, I wasn't looking forward to getting beat up by Meowth on stream, so Worked out okay.
Well, we can go to by match order then. Now that we got those out of the way, and the first one was mine versus Glaire's. Unfortunately, Glaire wasn't able to be here tonight, but I know the rest of you really worked hard on that lineup, so I'm sure a lot of you could give some input on how you came across that lineup and how it kind of came together.
So the first thing we were doing is, well, the first thought was, hey, Beast Druid tends to lose to Control Warrior in Standard. What if we bring that to Wild? And the first instinct was just run Odd Warrior. And then turns out Odd Warrior actually can get outvalued by the Beast Druid 40% of the time or something, just because they spawn like 16 Ingrids in the deck. And Odd Warrior just runs out of stuff. So then we decided we needed the even cost removals like Minefield Rancor and stuff, Warpath, and Shield Shatter. So then we just slammed regular Control Warrior and put in every single removal possible. And then in testing, it never lost to Beast Druid. And then we also realized, hey, this would be Inner Fire Priest too. So then we just hedged for that too.
Yeah, well, you hit your target. I did bring Beast Druid, unfortunately for me. And you guys got the win there, 3-2. The Beast Druid was actually the one that couldn't get through, so congratulations there. And then the next match was yours, Rice Bowl, right?
Yep.
Tell us a bit more about it then.
So here's the problem going into the match. I brought Pirate Warrior, and my opponent brought 4 good decks, and good decks beat Pirate Warrior. So the problem is getting Pirate Warrior through. And fortunately for me, it got through game 1 because he didn't draw a 1-drop, and I coined out a 1-drop after the quest. And he got rolled over by me just playing minions because he didn't have Devour either. And then after that, it was me accidentally queuing the standard version of Beast Druid, so that got a loss. And then afterward, I just got lucky afterwards, I guess, and played stuff and won.
Yeah, he did mention he fished for Shadow Word Devour twice and whiffed. So not much you can do there, but congratulations on winning 20% matchup for you. You know, that was a huge win on your end.
Yep, I was literally freaking out. Like, hey, I got this through in game 1 too.
Yeah, and that really set the tone for that matchup there with the almost sweep. Really, if you discount the one miscue, it's a 3-0. So congratulations there. And then the third
Thank you.
matchup to close it out, Hopper taking it 3-1 over Rotted. Hopper, what can you tell us about this?
So going in, really the only thing. So Rotted's lineups were not. There wasn't really like a clear pattern or a clear favorite for any deck except like he usually brought either Mecha'thun or even Lost, but we couldn't really figure out any decks that beat both Mecha'thun and Evenlock. So I just decided to bring 4 good decks with like a soft target to Evenlock. And he ended up bringing Mecha'thun, so I guess that part didn't work out. But yeah, then the match, game 1 was a Evenlock versus Mecha'thun. And I think I coined, no, I don't remember exactly. I killed him on like turn 5 or turn 6 because he couldn't find minions for his Plague of Flames. So yes, that works. Then I think the second game was, oh yeah, I managed to scam Shaman with Inner Fire somehow. Really, this entire match was just like, it felt like most of the games were pretty much determined by draws.
You know, sometimes
Yeah,
that's
then
what it comes down to.
Yeah, and then he got Hunter through against my my Shaman, and then I was able to. The last game, which was Shaman versus Mecha'thun, I had like double rat, devolve, macaw, mutinous in hand like super early, so I just started ratting him a bunch, kept hitting small things, and then eventually eventually, after like the whatever 8th rat / mutinist finally hit the Mechatoon, so I was able to take it.
Yeah, it worked out for you. So congrats there. And that really shut everything down, giving you guys the 12-4 win and the championship. So congratulations. So that brings us to our championship banner for you guys. And this is quite a spicy one. Seth, you made this week, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about how you came to this banner here. Some of the ideas behind it.
Well, at first it was really boring, and it just had our Discord profiles in the corner. But Tiger yelled at me, spice it up, so had to add the crown to let everybody know that we won. And of course, the flavor text for Rumble Tusk Shakers. Whole reason the team's named after them. I believe there's a clip somewhere of me crafting golden Rumble Tusk Shakers while chanting the flavor text. And then you'll notice in the mouth of the shaker, there's a little tiny F2L Viridian, just to rub a little more salt in the wound.
Of course, naturally knowing that half of Wild thinks that we're the villains for the last 5 or so seasons, so pretty fitting at this point, I think. Nice little personal touch as well. So that brings us to questions now for all of you. So earlier today, we went to THL server and asked if players had questions for you that wanted to hear about on the show. So we have all of those lined up for you now. To start, this one's from Lasagna. This is just directed at everyone here. Which noob lost to Pirate Warrior?
Pretty sure that's supposed to be directed at Neji, not us, but I could be wrong.
Good answer in the form of a question. What is Neji?
Oh man, the Neji bash never stops. This is what happens when he isn't in the 5 seed. The 5 seed was stolen and he immediately started to fail. Deep down, he's mad at me for taking it from him. All right, Hypern, you want to take the next one? Oh, I'm sorry, Seth.
I was going to say, at least you saved him the embarrassment of losing the Copium Warrior.
Yeah, that all falls on me now.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We've got a couple questions here from Slight. So for one, in an alternate reality, if Aussie Pillager Maids and Tiger fans won their semis, which of them would win finals? He also asked what the secret is to beating the F2L gods. And lastly, he wants to know if the F2L players will have to play Rumble Tusk Shaker in their first lineup for next season.
So let's start with the first one then. If APN and Tiger fans won their semis, who would win the finals? Do you guys want to go down your seeding in the final week to answer these?
I mean, I have some opinions on what would happen here. Wait, so I think Lasagna. I think he just always wins. He's just too good. I mean, who's even on APM in the 1 seed this time?
It was Yo Daddy, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep,
Lasagna too
yeah.
good. He's a standard player. He's playing Wild. Easy free low. But after that, I think the APM guys really got the edge. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I think the first 3 games, like the top 3 seeds, would be really competitive. And then I think in the 4, Schmoopy Daddy would bring something. He loves to bring weird stuff because he just really plays to have fun more than to win all the time. So I think he'd try to win with something like even Demon Hunter or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree that probably the top few seeds would be pretty competitive. I don't know. I feel like I always lose to Maxi, so I feel like he would win somehow. I don't know. Usually he wins. Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, I think APM would probably take it. That's my
I just
pick.
think Nops is really free, and that's probably just why Tiger fans would lose. I mean, I just think specifically Nops would lose the entire week to his team.
He thinks he can prove you wrong with LPG Mage. He's currently banning you on Twitter and from Discord because of that. He's gonna ban me too. He's gonna block me too because of that comment now. But it's okay. Who wanted to be part of the LPG Discord anyway?
This is
I
the
joined.
expansion of
I
LPG
joined there,
broken.
and I immediately got labeled as a noob by Nops. So I'm also gonna say Nops is gonna lose. Not biased at all.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have the
LPG
rest
will
of the
be
series?
broken next expansion. And you guys will be sorry when Nops goes undefeated.
All right.
Playing
If Nops goes
LPG
undefeated
every
and
week.
beats me next season, I take it back. But until that happens, I'm sorry, Nops, you suck.
I don't think you have to worry, Tiger Eye. Your presumptions seem pretty safe to me. But yeah, the next question here from Slate: what is the secret to beating the F2L gods? Done the unthinkable.
Hoping
Copium
harder than they
warrior.
are. Exactly.
Yeah.
You
I
just
don't know,
got to cope a little bit harder.
Look, here's what you got to think about, right? F2L, they're better and smarter than us, but they don't have the ability to think outside the box. You got to make decks that are so bad they just can't even conceive of them. That is how you beat F2L. Every time you build a bad deck, F2L loses to it. It's a statistically proven fact. EPT and I won with our Tech W decks. Glare won with his Tech W deck in the finals. You just have to run the worst possible decks, and that's how you beat F2L.
I feel personally attacked knowing I lost 2-3 against two of these lineups.
The better part is it helps that F2 bans the worst deck out of the 4, so you don't have to play your worst deck. You just have to play your 3 other bad decks.
If you build a deck bad enough, F2L will just get flustered and ban it for you. I guarantee you.
Hey, you know, those Wicked Shipment imps getting summoned off Gul'dan, they were really terrified of that, actually.
Dude, the 1/1, the value, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's our third question from Slight?
Yeah. This is a very, very good question here. Will the F2L players be forced to play Rumbletusk Shaker in their first lineup for the next season?
Tell you what, we didn't have any agreements on this time around.
Seth only makes bets when we're about to lose. I swear to God.
That's why I don't make bets when it matters. Because we'll lose. Statistical fact. I am a terrible gambler. Every time I make a bet,
you're the worst
it's
gambler
loss.
that has ever lived, Seth. I do not understand how you manage to place bets at the suboptimal time every time. It's actually a gift.
To be fair,
But
without that bet, you guys wouldn't have this incredible banner this season.
That is exactly where I was going. Without my terrible betting skills, we would not be here right now.
That's true.
I'll tell you what, I'll play Rumbletusk Shaker the first week next season. A single copy, just for you.
All right.
I'll lend you my golden ones for you to borrow.
I'll play it just for you. All right, so this next one comes from Nops. If you had to pick, which Shaker player would you nominate for MVP, and which non-Shaker would TU-Z nominate? So we'll go from the top down again. Tigray, start with you.
You know, if I were to nominate a Rumbletusk Shaker, I would nominate Seth, because if it weren't for Seth, most of us wouldn't even play THL. So, you know, he deserves at least half the credit for all of our wins. As far as non-Rumbletusk players, it's kind of hard to go wrong with OTZ, Rookie of the Season. player of the season, in my opinion. Beat me. Solid player. Look forward to seeing him play next season.
Dude's insane.
Those are all pretty big accomplishments, except for beating you.
Keep coping, Hypern. Keep coping. You didn't even admit the counter lineup.
Oh man, you guys have Corv adding Rumble Tusk Shaker to his lineup in the first week next season too. What have you done?
It's beautiful.
You have done art. True art.
All right, Seth, who do you have as MVP?
I would probably pick Tiger Eye. He is so good that he didn't even have to play either of the finals matches for us to win. So that's impressive. I mean, that's hard to get away with. But non-shaker, probably OTZ. I mean, come on. That guy is terrifying.
Hopper?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go with Tiger Eye. I mean, I feel like he just keeps winning. He beat Corb. He ended Corb's streak, so that's pretty cool. And as far as a non-shaker, I mean, like, how do you not pick OTZ? I mean, honorable mention to Ataraxial though, who has been absolutely killing it as well.
Ataraxial's also been insane. So, congrats to them. And finally, Rice. Who do you have as your picks?
For a shaker, I have to nominate Tiger Eye because, well, Tiger Eye plays Defile. No other reason, just he plays Defile. And for a non-shaker, I can't not pick OTZ, so I'm picking OTZ because OTZ is good at Hearthstone and he just rolls everybody by simply existing.
He is the Rumble Tusk seal of approval.
Can we talk about this this belief that certain parts of the community had? I think, Seth, you were the one that brought it up first, right? About OTZ?
At the very beginning of the season?
No, this was a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. So here's the deal. Nobody has ever seen OTZ and Gabby in the same room, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, OTZ equals Gabby. And he's too embarrassed to play his main account in Wild, so this is just a cover-up. OTZ is Gabby. That's my theory.
Checks out. Never seen them in the same room.
Makes sense to me.
That's what I'm saying.
You heard it here first.
It really checks out.
I see no issues with this.
Well, we still have more questions to go through. We have a bunch from Bone Masher, all individual questions. So, Hyper, you want to run through them?
Yeah. I'll start from the top down. I'll start with Tiger Eye. So Bone Masher's asking, how does it feel to win a championship without having to play a single playoffs match?
You know, quite relaxing. I actually did not want to play one of those weeks anyway, and it was quite a relief to have my team just take it down without any interference. I will be honest, I kind of wanted to play versus F2L. I kind of wanted another match versus Corp, but you know, we take the wins. We take the wins. Sweeping the freeload team is also quite nice.
We definitely did not rig the scheduling so that we could play the 3 most winnable matches first. That definitely did not happen.
Of course not.
That would never happen. Well, yeah. And then next question directed at Seth: as the reigning champion of Wild, will you be taking over Wild and Out next season? And who would be your co-hosts?
1, absolutely not. And 2, if Marty doesn't kick me off the show, hopefully I can continue to be his co-host. I think he does a mighty fine job, so I'll let him handle it.
Well, I appreciate it, but Seth, you're free to come whenever. Now that you are a reigning champion, I'm gonna need someone else to help me give Hyperin a hard time for not having a boat yet.
All right. Moving on down to Hopper. With the mechs coming in the new expansion, are you gonna be forcing a Pogo Hopper rogue in Wild?
No Megal. but no. But I will probably be playing a lot of Mech Paladin because I love Mech Handbuff Paladin, so I'll probably play a lot of that.
That does look fun. A 2-minute draw 5. I hear that's pretty good.
It seems okay. I will not lie.
It still should be called sonar, not radar.
That's
but-
true.
Oh my god, get out of here, Memnarch.
Hashtag Memnarch was right.
Any nerds in the chat?
Everybody but Hyperin, apparently.
And then we have
our last question here, directed at Rice Bowl. Who is your favorite A-list Zoomer celebrity?
First of all, I have no idea why this is question directed at me specifically. Totally. But I'm gonna say Zendaya.
Bryce, I got a question for you. Can you please name me one movie that she is in besides Spider-Man?
the silence is deafening.
TV shows.
Okay, anything other than
Okay.
Euphoria.
Casey Undercover, Shake It Up.
You mean Shake It Off?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Shake It Up, Shake It Up, Shake
I
It Up.
love that show.
All right.
Okay, I'll give that one to you. Thought I had you.
Almost.
All right.
All right, next up, we have some questions from Battle Tagger. So he has 2 questions, one Hearthstone related and one non-Hearthstone related. So we'll just list both, and each of you can go down and answer both. So the Hearthstone related one is, what is your favorite Hearthstone card? And the non-related is, who is your favorite movie actor? Tiger, we'll start with you.
Not Tigray. So
Oh, that's right. Tiger, I had to go. I'm so sorry. So, Seth, we'll go to you.
My favorite Hearthstone card is specifically my copy of Golden Rumbletusk Shaker.
It is a
4
beauty.
mana, 6/4. That's value. Split into 2 bodies. Flame Strike doesn't clear it. That card is bonkers.
Insane. And
For favorite movie actor, I guess I would say The Rock, because he does the same role in every movie and makes millions on millions of dollars.
you know, when you're good at something, guess you lean into it and stick to it. So shout out The Rock.
yeah, I think he's in the chat. He should be here. So I'm sure he appreciates the
He's
compliment.
I bet he's lurking.
Yeah, we see you.
Yeah.
All right, Hopper, we go to you for the same questions now.
Favorite card, like, probably Corrupt the Waters, the Battlecry quest for Shaman, because that, I don't know, Quest Shaman is like probably my favorite standard deck of all time. So, yeah. Which may seem weird considering I'm now known for like Cute Luck, which is like a super fast aggro deck versus like 30-minute turn or 30-minute game Quest Shaman. But I love value, what can I say? And as far as movie actors, I really have no clue because I don't watch a ton of movies nor really pay attention to who are in them. So I don't know.
Fair enough. I think Rice Bowl will have some interesting answers to these questions, though. Let's hear from you, Rice.
I'm gonna go ahead and say my favorite Hearthstone card recently, because it's the only thing I can think about is the Sorcerer's Gambit, because I spammed Quest Mage a lot. And a favorite movie actor, I'm gonna say Tom Holland.
All right, another Zoomer actor listed from the bowl.
No bias here. There's no bias here. I swear.
Not at all. Well, we also have a question from Rebob to Rice Bowl. Hypern, you want to read it out?
Yeah, this is a very, very good question. I'm curious to hear the answer of. Do you know who the Wu-Tang Clan are?
No Megalol?
who Megalol?
Have you at least heard of them before? Because like
Yes, I've heard of them. I can't name you anything they've done though.
okay.
Rice, 6J wants to also know, who's Emma Stone?
Who Megalol?
You know, I want everyone who's listening to this later to know. Everyone but Rice Bowl knows these people, so don't hate on the rest of us. Just on Rice Bowl. Okay.
For the record, I wasn't the only one who didn't know.
Well, referring to everyone on the
There's
board.
lots.
Some of the older players, Bone Masher, BOMD, all you people that listen to the show after we record. So don't let Rice
the
Bowl's lack of knowledge scare you away. We swear it's only him.
Boomers and the Aussies.
All right, this next one also for Rice Bowl from 2-Star Mako. When you go to Chipotle, do you get brown or white rice?
Absolutely white rice.
White rice. Any reason?
Not really. I just like it better.
Fair enough. And finally, Hypern, we have one more question from Geranium.
Yeah, this is directed at Seth. He says that he was eating rice for breakfast when he looked into the bowl and the grains started rearranging themselves until they spilled out "tread lightly." So he must ask the question, "How you doing, Rice Bowl?"
I am doing pretty good. And also, do you know who wrote the original to that pasta?
I wonder who.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably some weirdo. I don't know.
Surely not the copy pasta extraordinaire.
Yeah, definitely not. No.
I'm pretty sure there's like 17 Discord channels named Copy Rice.
Doesn't VS have a VS supporters blocked channel just for you to post copy pastas in?
I plead the fifth. Also, can we rename the THL channel to Copy Rice? That'll be amazing.
We could discuss it. So, that's all the questions we have for you. Thanks again, guys. Congratulations once more. Gonna hand it over to Hypern real quick for any final thoughts, and then we'll go down the line. Hypern, anything you want to say? Final thoughts?
No, not really. I think we had a really fun season. I'm very excited for last season. Oh, actually, it does look like there are a bunch of new questions that have been posted in the last few minutes. If you want to go through those, but I don't know how tight on time we are.
If you guys are around, we can still go through them.
I'm down.
Sure.
All right. So this one's from Slod that I see. Would you all rather have the Shaker, the Breaker, or the Undertaker in your corner?
Definitely the Shaker. He's a 3-2 death rattle. That's a lot of stats. The Undertaker, overrated.
Look, all I'm saying is that has the Undertaker ever won a game in THL? And Rumble Touch Shaker has swung for lethal in a game of THL before. I'm pretty sure, right? Or
Yes.
Yes,
I will
right?
have you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Rumble Tusk Shaker has a 100% win rate and 100% drawn win rates. Played and drawn win rate in THL. Okay?
Yeah.
every time the deck was played,
it's
it won.
not even a question. Not even a question.
Fair enough. Hyper, we have a question from King Ogre. This is a bit of a mouthful, so we'll keep it to just the first part of the question.
Have you guys ever tried touching grass? This is what Ogre said. Nothing else.
What is grass?
I was going to follow that up also with what is grass. I'm afraid that is an unfamiliar concept to me.
The farm boy doesn't know what grass is. Let the record show.
Don't leak.
Most social wild player, dude.
Rebob also wants to know, how does it feel to have killed F2L?
Pretty good.
Yep.
We get the
Alright.
flush that we 3-0'd F2L, ignoring the fact that we scammed you with lineup or with match timing. Nobody needs to know that. All they need to know is that Rumbletusk 3-0'd F2L. That's all that matters.
I think this is appropriate then. There was a message left in the Wild Series channel. If you've all missed it, here it is. Nothing personal, kids. After they did the deed, Rumbletusk slowly sheathed their shakers. They left their namesake card, turned their backs, and slowly walked away from the scene. The scene was only uncovered hours later. The police spent all night desperately trying to figure out what had exactly happened, but the clues eluded them. They were the only able to barely piece together a story. However, two things were clear: the victim and the perpetrator. Understandably, this was the only information released to the media. In the following days, only one headline remained constant throughout all the news outlets. Everywhere you went, the same headline was being used: Rumbletusk killed F2L.
That is an amazing copy pasta. I wonder who wrote the original to that.
I wonder.
We may never know.
This is now just a rice bowl copy pasta stream.
That's a quality pasta.
Every wild Twitch stream slowly devolves until it just becomes rice bowl copy pastas. It's the unfortunate decay of Twitch.
And then one final question from King Ogre. Hyper, you want to get that?
Yeah, he's asking, what is y'all's favorite mobile game from your early teens?
Considering I'm a Zoomer, I'm gonna pick Hearthstone because I started when I was 14. Maybe that's a cop-out answer, but there you go.
Technically counts. Hopper, what about you?
I played a lot of different mobile games. I also started Hearthstone when I was, whatever, 14 or whatever. So that's a good cop-out. But I guess if we go from like earlier, I would say my favorite like purely mobile game was probably Fruit Ninja. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That is a classic.
I'm a big fan of that one. Riceball, what about you?
I would say that early on I was playing a lot of Clash of Clans, and then
Yeah.
Clash Royale when that came out, and then I somehow, for some reason, switched to Hearthstone, and I stayed at Hearthstone ever since.
That's unfortunate, but at least you had a good start, you know. I never got into Clash Royale, but I was a big Clash of Clans player back in the day. It's a fun game.
I can't relate.
Oh, Marty, come on. You are such a boomer.
I was playing
That game
console
was a
games instead.
classic.
I was playing console games. I wasn't playing mobile games.
Listen, Marty, when you live in the middle of a cornfield, you know what there is not? An outlet to plug in a console.
Okay, you know what I
I
did
had
do?
mobile games.
You know what I did do? I played a lot of Flash games. Flash games were a lot of fun. Like, let's see, there was like Learn to Fly, Interactive Buddy, you know, like stuff on Addicting Games and Mini Clip. Like, those were good times. Mobile though, that's a different time. Anyways, I think that wraps up the questions this time. I'm gonna double check just to be sure, so I don't come into let's start on final thoughts with that. Yeah, that definitely wraps it up. So let's try final thoughts one more time. Hyper, and we'll go to you again.
Yeah, not a lot. I think I had a great season. I think we kind of had, it was a good playoffs. Kind of the two teams who were on top for almost the entire season made it to finals, but the second place team managed to come on top. So yeah, huge congrats to you guys. It's a pretty big win over F2L. So rub a dub dub, 3 trolls in a tub in champions they do be.
Truly.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go down through you guys for final thoughts as well. Starting with you, Seth.
I know Knops asked. He asked if we were going to keep our name. That is TVA. We haven't decided because I'm incapable of thinking more than 5 minutes in advance. But otherwise, it was a really fun season, and I'm really proud of our team. They put in a lot of time and effort to get us here, and I know F2L did too. And even though we might have 3-0'd you, you guys put up a good fight, and I was really glad that we got to play you guys for the final. So, GG's, and hopefully we'll run it back next season.
No promises.
We'll see about that.
And Rice Bowl?
Thank you to you guys. Thank you to the captain for putting the team together. Thank you to everyone for putting THL and Wild. And thank you for this interview, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And congratulations once more.
Thank you.
So, yeah, shout out to all of you. The show. Oh, yeah, Hopper. How could I forget?
Yeah, I mean, thanks everyone. I think THL's probably my favorite Hearthstone related thing. Like, I don't know, just getting to play Wild Conquest is like it's so much fun. It's so much more fun than just grinding ladder. So yeah, thank you to THL, thank you to Seth for putting the team together, thank you to F2L for a great match, and yeah.
Yeah, well, appreciate. Glad to hear that. And now that I'm with the board, hoping we can do a lot of cool wild things in the near and long term future. So we do have some stuff coming up next season. I know I've spoken to some of you guys about what to expect, and it'll be really cool. So great season, lots of fun. Thanks again, guys. This show is pretty much all about you guys. Glad you enjoyed it. Really happy to have you on. And until next season, then. So we'll see you around. Not sure if it was made official yet, but the season should start in about 2.5 weeks. So I said about because not sure if it's official yet.
Mm-hmm.
But just as for teams and captains, get your stuff in by the 11th, ideally before. Okay, because it takes a few days for Saku and Donde and all the content guys to get everything together and set it all up. And we have a little bit of extra work with the sheets this season around, with some back-end stuff to do. And it should be exciting. 14 teams. Pretty sizable, 2 conferences coming up. So,
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Lots of fun.
Yeah. I do think there's going to be a stream coming up soon up this weekend to cover up all the awards for the past season, including Wild Awards. So be sure to come to that.
Yes, that's right. There's a lot actually coming up. We have an EU Cup this weekend. There's end of season awards coming up. There's Hall of Fame to be announced. And team reveals as well. So lots going on. Should be fun next couple weeks. And see you around. Take care.
See you.
See ya.
Take care.
So yeah.